Are you going places or left behind because you don't have a travel companion? Listen to how you can travel more independently. Dr. Travel Best will bring you the best answers, tips, and hear mistakes so you can benefit.
Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's Independent Travel Guide. This is for women who travel, who want to travel, and especially for those who want to travel independently. What's on your bucket list? I'll help you get there. I'll respond to your travel questions as well as share my mistakes and missteps in travel because I've made just about every mistake you don't have to. I wrote and published the best-selling book, CD, and website, The World's First Guide to Independent Travel, and I've been traveling ever since. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about my favorite information experts. The destination is Chicago. My mistake is jet lag, and my advice is to make your luggage sing to you with a ribbon. So the FAQ, what are your favorite types of people to ask local information from, like the front desk clerks, the Uber driver, or the park rangers, etc.? Thanks, Patty, for this question. My favorite are the Uber and Lyft drivers. So they're usually from another country and they're just loving to travel. So I enjoy traveling with them, and it often makes me feel like my trip has begun, even if it's just to or from the airport. So it extends my journey. I also like talking to park rangers. They're just great people. If you go to the national parks, the state parks, often they're docents and they just love being outdoors. They really love being with people, and they're very smart too. They seem to have all the answers. I remember Ranger Rick, right? I like talking to front desk clerks, but they're not as friendly these days as they used to be. I think they have a lot of other responsibilities, maybe, and they are useful for the hotel information, but outside of that, maybe not so helpful. Now, I do like talking to the concierge. Well, that's their job. And I've had help from them all over the world, including in France, for example. When I couldn't find help, I got it from a concierge, and it wasn't even staying at that hotel. So thank you for that. Today's independent destination. Let's talk about Chicago. If I had a weekend in Chicago, I would be downtown on Michigan Avenue, walking along the lakefront, exploring the zoo and the 95th floor of the John Hancock Building at sunset on a clear day. Well, that would be a really fun weekend. What else would I do? Well, I'd take a look at the Willis Sky Deck. It used to be called the Sears Tower for as long as I had lived there and longer. That ledge looks pretty great. I've got to go back. Now, the Art Institute or the Architectural River Cruise, which one would you do? You have to do at least one. That river cruise was really, really memorable. And I love the Art Institute. How about the Navy Pier? It's so fun to walk around and it's free. There's also lots of museums like Science and Industry, Field, and don't forget the planetarium and the aquarium, especially if you're really cold or really hot. And Chicago's got lots of these. Now, spring and fall should be experienced outdoors. Walk that Miracle Mile, shop along Rush Street. Most people fly into Chicago, O'Hare, or Midway airports, and they can easily get downtown on public transportation. Some of my other favorites about Chicago include the Half Shell for crab, Lincoln Avenue for music, concerts at Ravinia Music Festival, going to a play or a musical, and any time at Grant Park. And a favorite holiday there is the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Oh, yes, and they do make the river green. So today's mistake, getting out of the subway and being lost in a foreign country. For example, when I was in Spain, I thought it was daytime, even though the sky was getting darker. So for some reason, my mind told me that it was morning. So your body clock does not always match the real time of day. So jet lag is truly something that you need to keep your head clear about. Today's travel advice, I'd like you to tie a colored ribbon on your suitcase handle. It's not a big deal until you get to the luggage carousel and every bag looks like yours. This saves time and it saves stress. And it's also happy to see you. So it's like a present. So make your luggage sing to you. Today, I want to bring meaning to your travel. And thank you for sharing this edition of the world's first guide to independent travel with Dr. Mary Travelbest. Go ahead, share it with your girlfriends. If you want to know more, just search us out on the web. We're everywhere, and we want to help women travel. So send us your travel questions, and we can help you and others. I'm looking for you to travel best. So go ahead. Let me know what's on your bucket list.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.